Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm making roasted potatoes and homemade sloppy joes. So the first thing we're going to do is make our potatoes. I got the potatoes. You can use russet potatoes or red potatoes or golden potatoes, whichever you prefer. You're just going to get the potatoes, cut them in half and cut them into fourths. Whatever size you want to cut them into. After you get them cut, you just place them on a baking sheet, spread them out nice and evenly so you can coat them evenly while you're seasoning them. Whichever side you want to season first, that's fine. I mean, you can do the peel or the potato. So we're going to start off by putting grapeseed oil. You can use olive oil or vegetable oil, any kind of oil that you prefer. I use grapeseed oil because it's healthier. Then I'm going to add the pink Himalayan salt. You can use table salt if that's what you prefer. I don't measure really, so you can just shake until you feel like it's enough, but I just sprinkle it all around. Then I put Italian seasoning. I do the same for that. Just do it until it smells good, until it starts smelling like Italian seasoning or whatever. But yeah, just sprinkle it on there. Just make sure it's good and coat it evenly across. After I use the Italian seasoning, I use oregano. Do the same for that. Just sprinkle it on there. After that, I use red pepper. Just a little bit. I literally just dashed a little bit on there. You don't want to overpower it with that. Then I use a little bit of basil. After you do the basil, you're going to go ahead and mix it all together. Just mix it until it's all coated even. So while you're mixing it, make sure your oven is preheated to 425. I baked mine on 425 for 45 minutes to an hour. That's how they should look. So now we're going to start on our homemade sloppy joes. Here I am cutting up a bell pepper. I use one whole bell pepper. Then I diced a onion. I used I would say 3/4 of an onion. You can use a whole onion if you wanted to, but I just used 3/4 because I felt like that was more than enough for the amount of meat I was using. So I used 1 pound of ground turkey. Here I am putting in my grapeseed oil, get it hot. Then I'm throwing in the onions and bell peppers. Just go ahead and cook that until the onions are translucent. So just cook them for about, I would say, 5 minutes or so. I'm adding in minced garlic here. Just go ahead. You cook the minced garlic. That does not take long to cook. So I would say just cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes. Enough for it to not get burned. I have my heat on 6. So I guess I don't know. It's a 6. I don't know. So that's like, I have no idea. I'm crying. So anyways, here I've added my ground turkey. Go ahead, cook it, chop it up. I'm adding my pink Himalayan salt. Just sprinkle enough. I'm literally just pouring it all around the whole entire pan. So yeah, that was chili powder or paprika. Oh wow, I don't know. Garlic powder. You're gonna shake in some garlic powder. After you shake in the garlic powder, you're going to go ahead and add black pepper. Sprinkle some black pepper in there. And then you're going to go ahead and cook the ground meat a little more. I use ground turkey. You can use ground beef or ground chicken, whatever ground meat you prefer. Just go ahead, cook it on up. Cook it, whip it, whatever. When I cook my ground meats, I just really sit and just chop it up. I think this turkey I used was like really lean, so it didn't have a lot of fat in it. I think that's the right word. But anyways, once you get it cooked up, go ahead and pour in your can of tomato sauce. Do a little bit of ketchup. I just squirted it a little bit around. I don't measure, y'all. Go ahead, add a little bit of mustard. After you add your mustard, you're going to go ahead and add in some brown sugar. I would say that was probably like half a cup of brown sugar. Probably not even that much, y'all. I suck at measuring. So when y'all making my recipes, like, just cook and taste. Cook and taste until you feel like that's what it's supposed to taste like. So you're going to go ahead, simmer that. I say I simmered it for about 15 minutes or so. Stir it in. Make sure you got it all mixed up really good. Keep simmering it. Just stir it, taste it. And really, yeah, once it's simmered, I mean, it should look like this. I was going to add a few more things. Well, just crushed red pepper. Sprinkle just a tad bit. If you want spicy, man, just go ahead. But that just gave it a little kick or whatever. After that, I added in a little more chili powder. Really, I'm just going back in and re-seasoning it because I added in the tomato sauce, the ketchup and mustard, and I didn't want that to overpower. So you're just going to go back in the same seasoning you used when we first started cooking. You're just going to go ahead and add that in. Once you add that in, continue to simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I added in a little bit of liquid smoke. I don't measure. Once again, I say it all the time. I don't measure. So I literally just added in. I opened it, put it towards the pie. It dropped, and I literally lifted it back up. So however much that was, that's what I did. Go ahead, continue to simmer it, stir it in. Make sure everything is very well blended. Let that simmer some more. And here I'm toasting my buns. This is not like, I mean, I recommend it, but you don't have to. I just went ahead, melted the butter, put in my 2 buns. I would say toast each for like 30 to 45 seconds on each side. Once you get it toasted, just let it sit for a minute. Go ahead and you can place your sloppy joe in your buns, and that's how you make homemade sloppy joes. It's so much better than the can. Thanks for watching my YouTube video. That's how you make sloppy joe and roasted potatoes. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, you guys.